He's back. I can't believe we're talking about him again. But Sean Tucker dropped some workout clips on Twitter. We got to talk about him. We got to talk about his fantasy football stock for the long term. We got to look at these clips, see what he's up to. But before we do all that, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering these behind-the-scenes clips every day this offseason. We're covering training camp clips, mini camp clips, rookie camp clips, all that stuff of your favorite players is going to be right here. Click that button, stop missing out. But Sean Tucker coming back here. We forgot about him. We didn't see him last year on the field. And now he's saying, hey, don't forget about me. And let's run these clips up. He's working out, doing some pressing. Just a little bit of everything. A little bench press. Little box squats with the bands. Little vertical. Just showing you a little glimpse. Showing the footwork, looking quick. Fell out of the draft. Rachaad White owned the backfield. Now we're trying to get right. I'll go over these clips with you and then I'll talk ball on him as well. Start, stop. We covered a lot of his workout clips last year, last offseason. I remember when he did that little fake combine, ran like a too fast 40 than what it was. Showing good feet. Showing good footwork. Fell out of the draft. Rumor has it maybe due to the heart condition, maybe not, but he did have a heart condition that he was cleared of. That was the end of that. So a lot of people are wondering, what should we do with him in Dynasty Fantasy Football? A lot of people spent late round picks on him as a speculative flyer. And speculative flyers, those UDFA running backs, that's just what they are. They're mystery boxes. They're not guys you're really buying, but they're just mystery boxes. You got a few mystery boxes on your roster that you have. It really depends on how deep your league is, how deep your roster is, how long you can stash them. The return on investment right now really isn't anything in Dynasty Fantasy Football. That being said, if you have the spot and you want to, cool. If you ever get an offer where there's a return on investment, you may want to make that move. If he's sitting there on waivers, you got a spot, then of course you want to take flyers at running backs because running backs just change all the time, especially with the injuries, and he could get his opportunity out of nowhere. You got to pay attention to him. But I would look at him as a mystery box for football, especially for fantasy football with the Buccaneers. He does have some upside. We saw how productive he was at Syracuse. We see the size of just athleticism, what he posted with. In that mock combine that we covered last year, we're seeing some goods to his game. Maybe he comes back, maybe he doesn't. And that's what mystery box players are, and that's how I'm going to value him. So is he a buy? Is he a sell? What is he? It's a mystery box. You don't really go after mystery boxes. They just come to you. So you got to let that happen. But that's how I evaluate that. If he's there, he's free. If he's a throw-in in a trade, that's cool. But we do have some upside. Could be a guy that you can catch for free on the cheap. I probably would not try to get him in trade with draft picks or anything. I would just see if I can get him as a throw-in in a much bigger deal. That's probably what I would do if I really wanted him. It really depends on the roster spot. Really depends on how many rosters you got left and all that stuff. But there is some upside. There is some pedigree here. He does have some size of just athleticism. We have an early breakout age at Syracuse. Catch the ball in the backfield. Could be a sneaky guy here in year two. We've had guys, late round picks, UDFA, sneak up on us in year two. And that's what running backs do. That's what these running backs do on the back end of rosters. They sneak up on you due to injuries, due to attrition. And that's something you want to be loaded at. Is talented running backs who are cheap on the back end of your roster, especially if you have the roster space. But it really depends on the space, really depends on what you got, and really depends on your patience. But I would not pay anything. I would just let it come to me. That's what I would do. That's what I would be thinking of. If I had them on my roster and I needed to get rid of them for a player drafted, cool. But I would not be looking to hold on tight either. That being said, mystery box player. What we're seeing out of him here, good footwork, good quickness, turning them feet good. In the weight room, we're repping 225 on an incline, so we got some upper body power there. Looking solid. When we look at Sean Tucker, though, we got a running back with some upside who is a flyer for Dynasty Fantasy Football for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's a flyer on your roster as well. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.